Hey, what's going on with you all? Thank you for tapping in with me again today. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Cleveland. So welcome to the Fish Corner, everybody. If you're new to the channel, do a couple things for me before this video gets started. I want you to hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and then hit the like button. Give me a big thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm. All right, thank you all. Now let's get into the video. So I want to talk to you all about the backgrounds, painting the backgrounds, putting window film on the backgrounds, basically taking a clear aquarium and putting something on the background, usually in the way of paint or other things, and we will talk about that, in order to basically allow you to focus on the fish, the decor, what's most important, not what's going on behind that aquarium. Now, if we're talking about the aquariums as basically a wall and you want to see through to the other side, totally different. But if we're talking about aquariums that sits against the wall or just sit anywhere in a corner and you want to conceal the wiring, anything that's hanging down, coming down from the aquarium, this is one way for you to hide those things. So one of the ways that you can hide those things is window film. So this aquarium right here has window film on the back of it. Now, this is definitely one way of blocking out the background. Now, what do you notice? You can still see me on this side, right? You still see me, right? So, although it blocks a lot of different things, especially if we're talking about black wires, if we're talking about clear hoses, it'll basically hide that. But what happens? Look at this. It's peeling off right here. Again, you can kind of like still see through it. I have that on. Matter of fact, I don't have it on any more of my aquariums, but I had it on the 240. I had it on other aquariums. I have it down there on a 40-gallon. So I have been an advocate to using the window film, but I found a much better solution as of late. I did it first when I set it to 225 in the other fish room and show you guys the process of it. But I feel like it's time. I feel like it's time for me to disclose a much simpler way to paint your aquariums. I mean, what do we go through when we're trying to paint the back of our aquariums? I've done it before. The 125 is peeled off. The other 125, so I had two 125s, one black, one blue. The black one broke, the blue one peeling off, things like that. So, but when we're trying to find paint, we're looking for a type of paint that works with glass. Some people, they spray paint their aquariums. You know, that's not the best way of doing it. You know, it's kind of hazardous. You got to worry about a lot of different stuff. You got to wear a mask, all these different things when you decide that you want to spray paint it. You still end up getting paint everywhere. You might get paint on other things. You know, it's hard to keep it refined and confined to a specific area when you're using spray paint. So let's stop talking. Let me show you what I've learned, how I do this in a much simpler and faster way for you all to paint the back of your aquariums with any paint whatsoever, any color, any type. Don't have to be specific for glass, none of that. So let me show you. So we're going to pull off the window film. I'm going to do two demonstrations. This is a 20-gallon long. As you can see, it's completely clear now. And you might ask yourself, how does he plan on doing that? So for this demonstration, maybe I will start with the blue paint. You might wonder what I'm working on. I decided to make myself a workstation inside of this fish room. So whenever we do demonstrations like this, I have something to work on. So, you know, like I said the other day, when you know how to work with your hands a little bit, just a little bit. Hey, I'm not no carpenter or nothing like that. You could build some things to make your life a little bit easier. So first things first, right? Let's go ahead and set it down. Now, you could go ahead and take this up around the perimeter if you need to, or if you don't know how to cut in, which basically is, you know, painting a straight line next to an area that you don't want to get paint on the other side, you could definitely do so. But for this demonstration, I am not going to be taping it up or anything like that. If you're enjoying the content so far, please make sure you are hitting that like button. Help me get this video to 1,000 likes. It'd definitely be appreciated. All right, so I already have the blue. This blue paint is what I use on the background to the 225. The color of this is brilliant blue. It's a nice, beautiful blue. Almost the color of blue painter's tape. Look at that. Nice blue color. Beautiful. So first things first. The obvious, right? We are going to paint the back of the aquarium. Let me bring you in. Let me try to bring you in so I can show you while I'm doing this. Matter of fact, maybe I could just flip it. Flip it like so. And that's going to be perfect because, typically the light shines through. You see how it looks with one coat. Now what happens? Usually people will throw on 3, 4, 5, 6 coats, right? You're putting on a ton of coats to ensure proper coverage. Now that is smart. It is definitely smart to put on as many coats as you need to put on. I just hope by the end of this video, I was able to show you a way that's a bit easier and a lot less stressful. Now, as far as the paint, it is eggshell, it's bare, and just interior eggshell enamel. But you see how nice that looks. So right now I'm just cutting in on the sides. If you're like me, you probably don't care so much about getting paint on the bottom trim or anything like that because you're not going to see that. You don't see that trim anyway. But so we're going to go heavy, right? Once I finish putting paint on the whole back of this aquarium, we're going to go back over it real heavy. So right now this is the cut in. You'll be able to see it when I show you the back of it. And like I said, if you care so much, you could easily just come back with a razor, scrape it off, tape it off, whichever you prefer. On the black, you definitely don't have to worry about anything like that because black paint, black trim, you good to go. All right. All right, y'all. You see how thick that looks? We're going to bring you around in a moment, but now I'm going very, very thick. Now you're probably thinking like, of course, that's what you would do. Just go thick with it. Doing it this way, one coat, y'all. One coat doing it this way. One and done. All right, almost got it done. It's looking good. This isn't the magic, though. This is not the magic, y'all. And I promise you, you have never seen this done like this. Now, this works for any size aquarium. Like I said, I did it on a 225. This is just a 20 gallon. And so what happens, right? Let me tell you. So when you do it like this, what ends up happening is you get something called alligatoring. When you go real thick with the paint, as it dries, it creates these lines. It's called alligatoring. So you don't want that to happen. All right, you don't want it to dry and start separating. Look at those lines. So it'll basically be just like that in multiple areas as it dries. So let me show you the magic. As you can see, you see light coming through. So usually someone would go, all right, I'm gonna let this dry. I'm gonna hit it with another coat, and then I'm gonna hit it with another coat, as many coats as possible until I achieve total coverage. All right, here's the magic. Paper. Yes, yes, yes. Paper is the magic. Take a sheet of this paper. I want you to paint that paper real heavy, real thick with that paint. What are we going to do with the paper, you might ask? Well, stay tuned and you'll find out. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure that notification bell is hit. Make sure you hit that like button. All right. Paper fully covered. I'm going to show you from the front. Then I'm going to show you from the back. So you take that paper that I painted blue and make sure it's still good. Try to get all the fingerprints off. All right, so now we're going to take that piece of paper. We're going to stick that paper right on the back. Just like that. And then we're going to paint that paper. Now we paint the paper. Probably think at this point, I lost my mind, huh? What's he doing? Putting paper on the back of the aquarium? Yes, 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 I am. Paper on the back of the aquarium. Now, I wasn't going to show this until I found out how this worked. So, here we are. All right. Let's see how this look. Looks good. All right. Now take a look. All right. Look at that. Now, if you want to get in there and get that line, you can. But other than that, solid. This side now. Think it's only fair. Show you what's going on behind the scenes as well. So it kind of slipped down, which is the reason why it's looking like that up top. Let's see. Did that stop it? Yep. That fixed that area. Okay, so like I was saying, you take the piece of paper, right? And then, like I said, paint it heavy. And remind you, this is only a quart of paint. Probably like $12, something like that. This will allow you to do a bunch of aquariums, no matter what color it is. Like I said, you're not trying to be scarce with the paint. You want that paint all over this paper, fully saturated. And then what you do is you overlap the other piece. Just like that. And then you paint it. Just like that. Paint it, paint it. Just like that. All right. Let's take a look at the front. See how it's looking. See how it overlapped, but see it slid down a bit, right? Now I could just raise that up, but the thing you don't want to do, you don't want to start smearing the paper around. What I would do instead is just add another sheet of paper, thin strip, right up there. That's what I would do instead. Let's take a look at the front. All right. Look at that. Look at how solid that is. Now, like I said, we are going to definitely put a nice strip of paper up there and do the same thing to cover that. But look at this, and then look at that. That's just one. All right, so we can do it again. We're gonna do this. What's that, 2 pieces of paper? 2 pieces of paper, y'all. And when this dry, after you finish adding all the paper on there, covering everything, every piece, every part, it's basically a done deal, y'all. Basically a done deal. It's almost like one and done. How does that sound for you? You trying to paint the back of your aquarium, trying to get the background, or, you know, and it's done after one go. You can't beat that. You can't beat that with a bat. All right. So look at that. Now I'm going to come down with this one right here. There we go. All right. Like I said, don't worry so much about getting paint on the trim. You can take it off later. It's water soluble, so it comes right on off. Or you can leave it. The choice is yours. All right, let's see if I have to. Usually when you touch it with your fingers. Nope, we're good. All right, so now I just need to hit the bottom across the whole bottom right there. So you take your paper, grab you a razor, scissors, whatever. And it don't even have to be pretty. I mean, if you just want to rip it, you can. It's that simple. Take the paper again. And now we're doing the bottom. Like I said, full coverage. That is the trick. And don't ask me what made me try this from the start. I don't know. I think I got tired of, I feel like I got tired of it drying, alligatoring, and just still being able to see through certain areas. I just didn't like that. So I put paper in those areas. I was like, oh, wow, that worked. Let me try this on the whole aquarium. It worked. Just like that. So it's just so much easier to do it like this, to be honest with you. I wouldn't BS you. You see how easy this is working. And like I said, we're going to come back around and we're going to do the top as well. The key is making sure the paper is completely saturated. Making sure you did a good job with painting the tank before you put the paper on. Painting the piece of paper on the back end afterwards. All of those are important things that you need to make sure you do. As long as you do that, you'll have the best possible outcome. So now I'm about to do the last piece on the bottom. All right. Just like that. And I was going to do a demonstration with the black. I know some of y'all don't want the blue aquarium back. You might want the black, but it's pretty much the same. It's exactly the same thing. It's no difference. You could put any color and that's what you do, or this is what you'll do regardless of the color. So we're going to do the top now. It's sagging a bit. To prevent sagging, one of the things you could do is flip it on its side. So that way the gravity and the weight of the paint don't cause it to pull down. I found that I just had to make the strips a little bit thicker. If I was just here by myself doing this, it would have stayed like this from the start. You know what I mean? But since I'm making a video, I need to make sure you're able to see what I'm doing. One trick is grabbing a garbage bag. That's where you would do all of your painting. All right. That way you could just throw the garbage bag away when you're done with it. All right. Let's go ahead and do this area right there. Like I said, all the way across the top now, unfortunately. And if you need gloves, by all means, wear some gloves. Like I said, it is water soluble, meaning that it comes off with water. It's water-based. It is not oil-based paint. Oil-based paint is a lot harder to get off your hands. Might require paint thinner to get it off your hands. So, water-soluble paint. Less toxic, easier to work with, easier to clean up. It don't even smell as bad as oil-based paint. All right, I think this is going to be the last piece. right. So let me just confirm that everything is good. Oh, that's beautiful. Just got to get right there. So while it's wet, if you see it's an area that you got to touch up, and usually that comes from moving the paper around. It'll smear the paint. So as long as you're not having to do that, everything should be good. All right, just like that. So give it about an hour or two. Let it dry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. So give it about an hour or two. If you got a lot of airflow, it'll dry faster. Then you go ahead and take a look at your results. Let me show you what it's looking like, and then I'm going to let it dry and show y'all the final result. I'm also going to do a black background demonstration. All right, check it out, check it out. So right there is an area that I do need to, okay, just like that. And that's dirt. That's dirt on the inside. Let me wipe that off so nobody say anything. See, that's dirt. But the beauty of this, like, you got some air pockets. It's easy to move the paint around and fill those voids. Now, this was a quick demonstration. But like I just told you, one and done. You don't see no light coming through there. Now we just let it dry and skate. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and set this tank on the floor. Probably do a black. All right, so I got another aquarium right here. I most likely would do a black background demonstration. You already seen it done with the blue one, so I won't show you that now. But once they're dry and it's all said and done, then I'll show you both of them at the same time. I'll see you in just a moment. All right, y'all. So it's been about an hour or so since I painted them. I went ahead and did the black one as well. So I will show you what the black one looks like. A lot easier, a lot faster because it was a lot easier, a lot faster because I didn't have to record the process. I was just able to get to it. And like I said, check it out. Real simple, real easy. You can't see anything going through it. That's just my reflection. Look at that. So that's the black one. And this right here is the blue one. Now these are just demo tanks. So I'll end up probably taking that off. Just scrape it off with the razor. If it wasn't a demo tank, I may or may not have been concerned with that part right there and that right there. But again, that's so high up, probably wouldn't be a concern for anybody. Other than that, like I told you, real quick, real simple, real easy. Just wanted to show you another way that you can do your backgrounds with paint, and it'll be a lot faster, a lot easier, and a lot cheaper. So that's about it. I was in the house giving Carter a bath. Just wanted to come back out, finish up the video. show you all the final result of how that looks when you go ahead and paint it like I showed you in the video. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you learned something. I hope that you were inspired by something. Like I said in the beginning, if you're new to the channel, do a couple things for me real quick. Please hit the subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Let you know every time I upload a video. And everybody, if you like the video, please do something for me. Like the damn video. Peace. Check out that 1300 gallon.